Welcome to the Daily for Thursday, December 1st. With Greg Lawless, I'm Jason Seguini. For all you Twitter followers out there, there's been plenty going on in the past couple weeks. Out in Portland, Merritt Paulson tweeting that he has a young designated player coming to town soon.
Yeah, and he said that it's a player who's about to turn 20. So we're talking very young, a teenager. And the details are starting to emerge that it looks like it might be Jose Adolfo Valencia. Now, many people out there may remember Adolfo Valencia, El Tren Valencia, the Colombian striker who played for New York back in the 2000-2001 time, scored a bunch of goals for the then Metro Stars. Looks like his son might be headed up to America for this one.
Yeah, 21 goals in 48 games, and if his son can do anything like that, Portland fans are certainly going to be happy. Another tweet that we got yesterday was Juan Agudelo saying, "It's true, I'm headed to Liverpool for a training stint."
Yeah, this is an interesting move. I think it's a great move for Agudelo to go and get some training at Liverpool underneath Kenny Dalglish, a former great striker, and also a couple of other good strikers. Luis Suarez, the Uruguayan forward for Liverpool, and also Andy Carroll, a big guy who can maybe work on the target stuff for Agudelo. But I also expect Agudelo, with what he brings, to actually impress a couple of people out there.
Yeah, we'll see if that leads to something more permanent. Not likely. Agudelo will probably be back in MLS for a few more seasons at least. One move that may be a little more permanent, Arlo White headed to NBC to a national TV deal. He's going to be the voice of soccer on NBC.
And as he would say, oh my, right? Arlo White, it's a great move, I think, for NBC to pick him up. He showed very, very well over the first 2 seasons with Seattle that he's been there. Now he moves over to NBC, gives him a very good sort of stentorian voice and a voice of authority as they move into MLS. All
right, another move from yesterday that we should mention is Shea Salinas, headed from Vancouver down to San Jose. He's come full circle around the whole country. Shea Salinas is a guy who's been moved around a lot, but a player that a lot of people value.
Well, very active on the field, and now he's obviously being very active off the field as well. He does move around. He seems to be unprotected by a lot of clubs for some reason, but I think in Vancouver he showed exactly what he can do if he can get some consistent playing time. When he was with San Jose, I thought he did a very good job early on showing flashes. Now I think Frank Yallop says we need to get another speedy outside back, and looks like they have their man.
All right, not everybody's moving though. A lot of players re-signing, staying where they are, including Steven Lenhart, the San Jose forward, getting a new contract with his team. Daniel Hernandez in Dallas, an interesting deal, a player-coach deal.
Yeah, I like this move for Daniel. Obviously, you know, Shellis Hyman, who's known Hernandez since he was a teenager when he was playing at Southern Methodist, and obviously before that, even in club level. And Hyman basically saying this guy brings so much experience. It's that perfect transition from your central midfield captain into a coaching role. I think it's a wonderful move by Hyman.
All right, New England Revolution re-signed goalkeeper Matt Reese, and stay tuned to MLSsoccer.com. I know all Revs fans are watching for that news on Shaw Reed Joseph. Will he be re-signed? Will he come back to the team? Plenty more to watch out for later today. Montreal Impact will unveil their new jersey later on today, and you can see that stream on MLSsoccer.com. Also, the team reviews keep coming in, and today's is Chivas USA, a team that's been making a lot of off-season moves. And of course, Extra Time Radio will discuss all these moves and more, and we'll be back on the Daily tomorrow.